Yeah, g'day everyone. Jason Haines here, QPL Rural, with another edition of the Haines Report, your weekly look at rural property and what's been happening across the Riverina. Today, direct from Corrigan Silos. We're lucky enough to list this one during the week. A great 3,000 tonne shed right on the Newell Highway, only 14 kilometres out of Narendra. Great access for B-doubles, road trains and the like, and a good opportunity for somebody that wants to jump in, get some access to grain trading, or actually, if you're a local producer, it's probably an ideal spot to fill up at that harvest time and take that post-harvest premium. Now, we all know getting storage has been really hard to find over the last couple of years, and here's your opportunity to grab a 3,000 tonne storage, complete with weighbridge, as you can see in the background here, and loading and unloading facilities. Now, the point of Corrigan, we really are not all that far out of that Collie system and the Yanko Creek system, which means there's opportunity to fill this thing twice a year. So it has held rice in the past, or corn. There's a blower in one end for drying down summer crops if you happen to harvest them a little bit wet. But if you want to trade, that's inload and outload, 3,000 tonne twice a year, a great opportunity to get some off-market premium if you want to jump into a property like this. Now, as I said, it's only just hit the market. It's probably not on the net as yet, but here's your sneak peek, an opportunity to jump into what is a very good infrastructure asset for any rural business at the moment. Secondly, this week, prices continue to jump in those commodity markets. That dairy job just goes getting stronger and stronger at the moment. Who would have thought? A shortage of milk. There's people still exiting the industry off the back of labour issues, but where there's people exiting the industry and people getting out, that creates opportunity. Now, we've got producers out there at the moment that are pushing closer and closer to that $10 per kilo of milk solids at the moment. What does that mean for layman's terms? That's pushing around 80 cents a litre for milk, and that shortage is going to continue on. It's not an industry that can respond very quickly, but there's some very smart operators out there at the moment that are on top of that feeding system. They're capitalising on this cheap water at the moment, producing a power of grass and a power of forage, and really setting themselves up to secure themselves for the next few years. On top of that, we are looking at a world shortage of milk that cannot be fixed quickly. Forecasts are for the next 9 odd years to still see shortages of milk on a world scale. So this market, not as influential as other commodity markets. We don't have wars in other parts of the world that are affecting our markets. Plain straight out, the dairy market will be strong for the next few years, and here's your opportunity to jump into some first-class assets. Now, I've got 3 on the books at the moment, 3 very large-scale dairy operations to the south of the region, and they are churning away. One of them's milking just on 1,200 cows, another one just at 600, but probably got the capacity to go to 800, and an operation in Victoria that's a 400, 450 cow operation. I've got a couple of young guys floating it around at the moment that are absolutely chomping at the bit to jump into these operations and run them, take an equity position in them. They've got some assets behind them, but they've got the skill set to jump on board. And I think if you're an investor, if you're looking to do a joint venture at the moment, or even stand alone on some of these properties, now could be the opportunity to jump in and really push this industry going forward. There's some good operators out there that have got access to labour. They're bringing labour in from the Philippines, and there's some very good established families at the moment that do know what they're doing, and that skill set coming in is making these systems work and work well. Don't forget as well, these dairy farms are just forage farms, and I've seen some very good operators in this space as well cropping at the moment. Cereal cropping, canola, there's nothing shy of 3 tonnes of the hectare of canola backed in with an irrigation at the moment. That's a very good market and a very good reason to use these farms. As well as that, corn growing, summer crop growing, it's all irrigation and it's all well supported with both underground water and surface water, and a good opportunity, as I said, whether you're a cropper or a livestock person, to grab one of these assets. To our hot buyers and sellers this week, more demand coming on that cropping space at the moment. People wanting to jump into next season. So anything on red loam country, doesn't matter where it is and doesn't matter what size it is, from an entry-level block right the way through to 10,000 acres or even more, give me a call. We've got buyers ready, qualified and waiting to step onto your property. Irrigation space, that Collie area, I keep going back to it. I get multiple calls a week, people wanting to be in that space. So if you're looking to test the market, there's a lack of supply in that Collie Embley market at the moment and plenty of demand from buyers. So if you're looking to test the market, again, please give me a call. Now, as always, if you need anything this week, please feel free to give me a call, 0488 594 450. We'll catch up again next week. Cheers.